My name is Emma, and I had always been intrigued by the mysteries of the occult. As an avid researcher of folklore and dark history, I was drawn to the legends surrounding the abandoned house on the outskirts of town, a place rumored to be the site of a long-forgotten witch's coven. But my curiosity would lead me into a nightmarish tale of curses, vengeful spirits, and the chilling power of the occult. The house was a looming shadow against the moonlit sky, its windows boarded up, and its walls covered in ivy. Locals spoke of a coven of witches who had once lived there, practicing dark rituals and invoking the spirits of the beyond. Despite the warnings, I could not resist the pull of the old house. Armed with my research, I ventured inside, my heart pounding with both fear and excitement. As I explored the dimly lit rooms, I found evidence of the coven's existence, ancient symbols etched into the walls, remnants of potion ingredients, and eerie candles that seemed to have burned only moments before. The air was thick with an otherworldly presence, and I could feel eyes watching me from the shadows. But I pressed on, drawn deeper into the mysteries of the witch's coven. As I made my way to the attic, I stumbled upon an old grimoire, an ancient book of spells and incantations. It was written in a language I couldn't decipher, but the energy emanating from it was palpable. Driven by curiosity, I began to recite the incantations, unaware of the power I was invoking. Suddenly, the air crackled with energy, and the room seemed to come alive with an eerie glow. A haunting wind swept through the attic, and the candles flickered ominously. Before my eyes, the spirits of the coven materialized, ethereal figures with hollow eyes and an air of malevolence. I tried to speak, to ask questions about the coven's history, but the spirits remained silent, their gazes fixed on me with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. Fear gripped me, and I knew I had made a grave mistake, invoking forces beyond my understanding. As the spirits moved closer, I could feel their chilling touch on my skin, a coldness that seemed to penetrate my very soul. With a burst of panic, I dropped the grimoire, hoping to break the connection with the spirits. But the book remained suspended in mid-air, as if held by an unseen force. "You have awakened us," one of the spirits whispered, its voice a haunting echo in the air. "Now, you shall pay the price." A sense of dread washed over me, and I realized that I had become entangled in the curse of the witch's coven. The spirits sought vengeance for their long-forgotten past, and I was the unwitting vessel for their malevolence. Desperate to break free, I tried to leave the attic, but the door seemed to vanish, leaving me trapped in the chilling embrace of the coven's spirits. With each passing moment, the room grew colder, and the shadows seemed to come alive with haunting apparitions. I could hear whispers in the air, dark incantations that filled my ears with a sense of impending doom. I knew that I had to find a way to break the curse, to free myself from the malevolent grasp of the witch's coven. Drawing strength from within, I recited a mantra of protection, hoping to shield myself from the dark forces at play. To my surprise, the spirits faltered, as if my resolve had weakened their hold. With newfound determination, I focused my energy on the grimoire, the source of the coven's power. As I reached out to grab the book, the spirits let out a chilling cry, their forms growing fainter. With a final burst of courage, I seized the grimoire and recited an incantation of banishment, a plea to send the Coven's spirits back to the beyond. The air crackled with energy, and the spirits began to fade, their malevolence dissipating like a wisp of smoke. With each word of the banishment spell, their ethereal forms grew weaker, until they vanished into the darkness, leaving the attic in an eerie silence. I knew that the curse had been broken. The witches' coven had returned to the shadows from which they came. Exhausted but relieved, I made my way out of the old house, vowing to never return to the site of the haunting coven. The experience had taught me a chilling lesson. Some mysteries were not meant to be unraveled, and the power of the occult was a force beyond comprehension. As I looked back at the abandoned house, I couldn't help but feel a lingering sense of unease. The curse of the witches' coven had been lifted, but the memory of that night would forever haunt my dreams. The night I encountered the chilling power of the occult and narrowly escaped the vengeful spirits of the witches' coven.